I voted for Donald Trump, and that is something that I am not proud of. I regret that vote every day.
Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ballistic Gist. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. Alright lovelies, let's get into today's stages of videos.
I voted for Donald Trump, and that is something that I am not proud of. I regret that vote every day. I am using this platform because I want others out there like myself to come forward. And I know they don't, because clearly you can look in my comment section. I am getting ripped apart. And I just wanted to make this video. I have been responding to a lot of you. And to the people who just come out and tell me I don't deserve forgiveness, I don't deserve this or that, I get it. I get it. You guys are really, really angry right now. But hopefully I can earn your trust back. I do plan to have my first protest June 14th. I am meeting Daria. She is another TikToker here, and she lives right close by. So I'm really looking forward to this. I am here to make a change, and I would love to see this man impeached and out of office. So if others want to come forward, please, we need you. We need you, and we need to hear your story. Remember, I love you guys, and you guys still matter. Go out there and win the day.
So now that you've come to the realization that Donald Trump is a horrible human being, which is exactly what we've been saying about this man since 2015. Now you've come to the realization that he is bad for the country. He's bad for everything. Now that that has come out and you are regretting it, I want you to be honest with me. There will be no judgment, because at this point the cat's out of the bag. You voted for the guy, I'm guessing 3 times, and now you realize exactly what we've been saying about him was absolutely true. So that ship has sailed. It's sailed. But I really want you to simply admit something to me. At the heart of this, you say it was economics, and that you didn't realize he was going to be so bad until it actually touched you, which that's usually how it works. Nobody understands that something is going to be painful until it touches you. But if there had been an inkling that any of his so-called policies, which basically just amount to executive orders and that's it, if they had done any good for you and your family, would you still regret your vote? It's a simple question. I could ask you the race question, but I mean, then again, why? Why? What would be the point of even having that conversation? But would you be saying this if Donald Trump's policies hadn't touched you personally? You see, for far too long, especially since 2015, we have seen these regret Trump videos coming up. They're all over. X gonna give it to you into Twitter. They're all over Instagram. They're all over the place. But it is only when it touches you. The only time people seem to regret voting for a man who was, completely ill prepared for the job of president of the United States. It's only when it touches them that they realize they probably shouldn't have voted for him. Not before, after. How many times did you vote for Donald Trump with the knowledge that the policies he's going to put in place weren't going to touch you? You were going to be fine, economically or what have you. When was the first inkling that you voted for Donald Trump? I mean, when was the first indication that the vote that you gave to Donald Trump was probably bad? Was it the kids in cages? Was it the shithole countries? Was it any of that? Or was it simply when those policies touched you that you suddenly realized how bad they were? Now, again, I'm not here to judge you. I haven't liked Donald Trump since 1989. I have been steadfast in that. Nothing he has said, no rappers that have given him props, none of that has ever changed the fact that I have not liked that man since the summer before my senior year of high school. So when he started running for president, it was already an instant no just because of that. And then I started to listen as he promised so many different things to so many different people and achieved none of it in his first term as president. Then C-19 happened. Then the protest for the death of George Floyd happened. Then January 6th happened. And all it did was strengthen my resolve to never vote for that man, even if he was the only one running for anything. So when 2020 came around, you're damn right I voted for somebody other than him. Just like I did in 2016. And just like I did in 2024. So when was your revelation? Because again, no judgment. If you say it was after some of his policies touched you, you will get no judgment. Because that's what I'm used to hearing from people that regret voting for him. Kids in cages, yeah. UV lights up your ass and drink bleach, none of that movie. His racist attitudes, his sexist comments, the locker room talk, none of that bothered me. So again, this ain't no judgment. I just want to know, when was this revelation? Because again, no judgment. If you say it was after some of his policies touched you, you will get no judgment. Because that's what I'm used to hearing from people that regret voting for him. Kids in cages, yeah. UV lights up your ass and drink bleach, none of that movie. His racist attitudes, his sexist comments, the locker room talk, none of that bothered me. So again, this ain't no judgment. I just want to know, when was this revelation? That's all. I'm just asking, when was that revelation? Because, and I want you to think about your answer critically. That means everything he did to other people, you were okay with. That's why it's not going to be a tough road. The anger isn't coming simply because, oh wow, I now realize how bad of a person he is. It's coming because of the timing. How many people were harmed, hurt, or passed away under this man's administration, and it didn't move you? Not one time. You never shed a tear for those children that were separated and put in cages. How many times did you say, lock her up? How many times? Because that is the part you have to live with. You only cared when it touched you, not when it touched others. You only cared when it touched you. And subsequently, who's to say you won't do this again? The next charismatic populist with no policies whatsoever, but a whole lot of Americana. Flags and cowboy boots and Star Spangled Awesome with eagles holding on to AR-15s. Who's to say you won't do this again? Are you truly ready to fight for human rights, or are you simply here until a better version of Trump comes along? Nobody's mad that you voted for that man. Nobody's mad that you regret the vote that you had for that man. We're just asking about the timing. And what did it take for you to make this change? And again, no judgment. You say, hey, I didn't care until it touched me. I'm not going to bat an eye. But I am going to side-eye you, though. Because that means that you voted for him selfishly. And you didn't care until it touched you and your family. So this regret, is it truly regret? Or is it kind of like a guy that gets caught cheating? You're not mad that somebody found out. You're not mad that you were cheating. You're mad that you got caught. I genuinely want you to think about that.
Alright, she said it clearly. I voted for Donald Trump, and that is something I'm not proud of. And just like that, millions of viewers stopped scrolling, because what you just heard wasn't another political rant or performative post. It was a confession, raw and emotional, and incredibly brave. This white woman, someone who once stood behind a man now at the center of global controversy, is using her platform not to defend herself, but to admit fault, express deep regret, and plead with others to do better. She said she regrets that vote every single day, and she knows she's going to be attacked for saying this out loud. In fact, she already is. Her comment section, brutal, filled with judgment, outrage, and a chorus of people shouting, "You don't deserve forgiveness. You helped create this mess. Too little, too late." And she doesn't deny any of it. In her own words,
I get it. You guys are really, really angry right now.
but what makes her message stand out, what makes it important, is that she's not making or asking for sympathy. She's asking for action. She's asking for change. She's not just making TikToks. She's organizing her first real world protest on June 14th. And she's teaming up with another activist, Daira, to take her apology from online to on the ground. Let that sink in. Because it's easy to post a black square. It's easy to hashtag racist. But it's damn hard to step into a crowd, admit you are wrong, and stand up for people you once helped hurt with your vote, especially as a white woman in America. While silence is often rewarded and confrontation avoided, this is not a small step. This is a courage. This is what accountability can look like. But here is where it gets even deeper. She's not doing this for clowns. She's doing it because of her response. Someone who we can interfere is probably part of a community that is being deeply affected by Trump's policy or historic. She's doing this because of the damage has finally hit home. And now she's begging others, especially those with similar stories, to come forward, to be honest, to speak up, to turn regret into resistance. She says, we need you, we need your story. And she's right, because it's not enough for the already woke to hear into their echo chamber. The true shift happens when people from the other side, former supporters, start questioning what they once believed and start fighting for something better. That is how real change happens. Yes, it's messy. Yes, it's imperfect. And yes, she still has a lot of work to do to earn people's trust again. But here's the thing. You can't undo the past, but you can own it. You can show up in the present. You can build a different future. And that is what this video is really about. It's not about just one woman. It's about every silent voter who now feels the weight of their decision. It's about every partner, friend, or family member who had to watch someone they love struggle under policy they helped vote in. It's about taking that guilt and turning it into grit. So if you are watching this and you are in that position, you have felt the regret but didn't know how to do with it. You have stayed silent because you are scared of being cancelled, attacked, or shamed. Understand this, there is power in your story, there is redemption in your voice, and there is room for you in this movement if you are willing to do the work, because this isn't about being perfect, it's about being better. So to that woman, if you are watching this, thank you, not for your vote but for your honesty and for being brave enough to try and make it right. To everyone else out there, this is your moment. Find your protest, use your voice, and like she said, go out there and win the day. If this message spoke to you even a little, don't scroll away. Leave a comment, share your story, or simply say I hear you, because silence is how we got here and speaking up is how we heal. I'm not here for likes, I'm only here for change, and if you feel the same, hit subscribe, share this video and join the movement. Until next time, stay brave, stay honest, and go win the day. See you in the next one.